Now it's time for another episode of...
Dude, I watched a movie last night.
Welcome back, everyone, to yet another episode of Dude, I watched a fucked up movie last night. And, of course, thank you to Wilco and Katie for the awesome intro. Now, we've established the kind of formatting that we need to go in the future with these videos. So, we're going to continue that on with this one. And I came across a movie, well, it was given to me, called Night of the Killer Bears. And I think that just judging on the poster, this is going to be a great candidate for Dude, I watched a fucked up movie last night. So let's check out the poster. I believe this is the English language poster. I believe this movie has a different title in Thai. But it's saying that this is a thriller comedy horror. And clearly with a teddy bear on the front cover holding up a very large machete, this is not to be taken seriously. So I'm anticipating a horror movie, a slasher about... a teddy bear, a big teddy bear, not a small one, that somehow comes to life and kills a whole bunch of people. Who are they going to kill? Well, I'm looking at the TMDb, so I see a whole bunch of very good-looking people. So clearly that's the people it's going to kill. The synopsis says, after not seeing each other for a long time, 5 teenage friends living in the city of Bangkok go on a vacation, staying at a quiet resort isolated from the city. Things take a dark turn when it's revealed each of them have a hidden secret, and unbeknownst to the group, there's someone observing them. Lee Thongenkamp is, he wrote the film. That's a big name in Thai cinema. He's the dude who did The Maid. I fucking love The Maid. He also did The Lake, which I'm not a great fan of, but he did The Maid, that one with Ploy Sonan, and I absolutely adore this movie. So I'm wondering, then, if this movie is a little bit like The Maid. Now, The Maid had that kind of really weird twist in the last third, so I'm wondering if this is the same. Let's check out the trailer and check out what this movie is about. Trailer's a minute long. And here we go. So there's a woman... cleaning up, answering the phone. Oh, nice shadow there. Oh, it's giving off a bit of a Scream vibe, isn't this? Like the first Scream with Drew Barrymore. Oh, and then she gets killed by something. So, okay. It's about to get... It's a lot of blood. Deadly. This could be a great candidate for Dude, I watched a f***ed up. Whoa. Okay, so they are not teddy bears. They're not teddy bears. They are what look to be people dressed in teddy bear costumes. Okay. Who's this chick? She's the Maid character from the Maid movies. She's got to be. Okay. The Killer Bears. I'm wondering whether that trailer actually gave away any spoilers of the movie. I'm actually not getting a hell of a lot from that. So piecing together from the synopsis and what we've seen on the trailer, so it looks like we've got a whole bunch of friends who go to a quiet resort. It looked like there was multiple bears there. It didn't just look like one bear, and because one of the characters seems to be killing it. So she must be the main girl. She must be the one that stops all of the bears from killing each other or killing them. So I'm a bit disappointed it's not an actual like Ted style soft toy teddy bear that's coming to life and killing people. But this could be a little bit more fun, having people in teddy bear costumes going around doing the killing. So what am I thinking this is about? A slasher. So it's going to be set all at night. A slasher. I think that these teens or these friends have just accidentally stumbled across the wrong resort that they've checked into. Because at the same time, I think there is a group of maybe... What's f***ed up? Mental patient escapees who seem to like bears, who are dressed up as bears, wantingly killing people. They need to have a reason. What's their reason going to be? It says here there's a hidden secret unbeknown to the group. All right, so nah, that can't be right. I don't think the bears are related to these people at all. That's too much of a stretch. But then again, going on Lee Thongenkamp's previous movie, The Maid, if you haven't seen it, that's a great film. When that final third came in, there was a connection between the maid and the family. So maybe there is a connection between the bears and the cast. So I reckon that chick that we saw with the bloody face could be our final girl. And I think this could be a very fun movie. It doesn't have a high rating, but it's a slasher film, so they don't usually. We just need it to be fun. We don't need it to have a high rating. So let's. Yeah. Did I actually say what it was about? No. People at the resort accidentally checked in. Bears, people in bear costumes, asylum escapees are overthrowing the place. They've killed all the staff, I reckon, and are running the place to trick these people. These guys have come in. There has to be some connection between them and the bears. Bears will go around killing them all, but Final Girl gets revenge and takes care of all of them. How many bears do you reckon? I reckon 3. 3 bears, Final Girl, and one other person left at the end. Let's go check out the film now. We'll go to a cut. I'll go watch the movie. I'll come back. We'll see how close I was. See you on the other side of this. Okay, so now I've watched the film, and looking back on what I said about it, I think I got most of this wrong, which is a bit unfortunate, actually. So before we carry on, just bear in mind that there is going to be a bit of spoiler talk for this film. So if you haven't seen this film and you don't want to be spoiled by what happens, maybe just don't watch any more of the video. I know it's weird to tell people not to watch a video, but maybe don't. I don't want you to get spoiled if you haven't seen it. But if you have seen it, let's continue on. So let's cover what the movie was about. It was set in a resort in like the Thai countryside. These 5 friends check in all at different times. They seem to not have seen each other for a couple of years after the death of one of their friends in some kind of accident. So they check into this resort as a kind of, way of reconnecting from the looks of it, and unwinding and just trying to forget about the bad times. But one of them can't let it go. One of them brings it up. At the same time, there seems to be a mysterious group of killers in bear costumes going around the resort, both chasing these guys and the resort workers and, killing them off one by one. And it's quite graphic and violent. I love the violence in this movie. I'm not usually a massive violence person, but the violence in this movie is fucking great. And then what happens is, they kind of get their revenge back on the bears. So this is where we kind of have to go into a bit of spoiler talk, because I kind of didn't see a lot of this stuff coming. One thing I did see coming that I think I got right was I said there would be a tone shift or a kind of hook towards the middle final third because of it's a Lee Thongenkamp movie and based on what happened with The Maid. And that happened in this film as well. So the cute girl is the organizer of killing everyone. So she hired all these guys in the bear costumes. Now, I said that there was going to be 3 bears. There looked to be definitely way more than that. Because one of the girls, Nan, I think she kills about 4 or 5 of the bears. And there is at least 2 or 3 more towards the end. So there's a lot of them. They're not really explained. So all we find out is that they seem to be hired by AIM. So these guys are not asylum escapees like I thought they would be. So they actually are connected to one of the characters, being AIM. There were some bits that I was a bit confused about. And talking to some people, they kind of helped me understand what they thought was going on. And I'm curious. I'm going to share those thoughts with you, and I want you to tell me if my thoughts and their thoughts were correct. People that I spoke to said that AIM and her family actually own this resort. So that's why they were able to, organize the killers down there and get everyone there. I actually kind of believe that because when she checks in, it's not a very smooth and seamless check-in process. The guy seems to just kind of know straight away. So that part kind of gave it away. The guy who works there is a bit weird because I don't understand why he's got the chick in the back all tied up. Now, the only reason I can think of is because that chick that's tied up in the back would have recognized AIM and thus had to get rid of her somehow. So Ames hired this other guy to take over being the housekeeper, and then has to keep that maid, or the receptionist in the background so that she doesn't see it and alert everyone. So I kind of think that makes sense. There's a mysterious character who gets killed in the shower, and it's a very hilarious scene. She gets a knife through her breast, and then the guy just rips the breast off. It's great. Her character makes no sense because it appears that it was supposed to be a secluded private resort. So maybe it looks like they've just killed her off just to get rid of any witnesses from the event. There's also two more characters at the start of the film. The coffee shop owner and the guy who's obsessed with her. Now that scene's actually quite funny, especially when it flips over and she turns into the stalker and kills him. Who the are they? Well, I must have missed something because I kind of don't get where they fit in to the whole concept. And this is what makes me think that maybe AIM wasn't the owner, because I think one of the bears kills the chick. And my God, that decapitation looks awesome. Now, it's obvious CGI, but the decapitation looks awesome. There's also another bit that I'm a bit confused about, is that why Nan, the other female friend, is such a proficient killer. So first she kills the casting director, which kind of made no sense. If she wanted the movie role, why did she kill him? And then she kills 4 or 5 of the bears. Now, I said she would be the final girl. No, she wasn't. And it was kind of a bit disappointing that she got butchered. But gee, again, that was great. I think she's the one. Maybe it's not her. Someone gets cut directly in half, and that looks terrific. That was great. I do want to mention at the start of the film, when AIM and her boyfriend are driving to the resort, it's very obvious that it's shot on a green screen because the effect is terrible. You can see it around her hair, all the blue fringing that's coming through that kind of hasn't just been chroma keyed out correctly. So that part kind of looked kind of shit. It's the only effect in the movie, and it was probably the simplest effect in the movie that looked crap. There's also another bit that I was a little confused about. Not confused, I was wondering. If you've got someone in a bear costume that's attacking you, and there's 2 of you attacking the person in the bear costume, why do you keep hitting the person in the head? The bear costume is massive. It is padded. Every time you hit it, it's not going to have any effect on the person. In fact, as you see quite a few times, they hit the bear and the weapon bounces back off and hits them. Go for the body. Why are you hitting the head for? That made no sense, but it added to a bit of the craziness and the humor of the movie. The movie is, look, it's not laugh a minute hilarious. It has its moments where it is quite funny. It also has its moments where it's quite long and dry. And there is a 30-minute portion of the movie once they check in. That's a little bit slow. Thank God that there's that kill of the chick who gets her breast ripped out. Otherwise, there wouldn't be much happening in that bit. But once the carnage starts, exactly like The Maid, once the carnage starts, it does not stop. And it keeps going. And it is quite glorious. So using the GHOST rating, which stands for Great Horror or Stupid Trash, I think just the movie's rating is very low, and I think that's probably justified as a slasher. That's very that storyline is absolutely inconsistent. It probably does deserve a 1 or a 2 ghost, but because this is, dude, I watched a fucked up movie last night. Because this was a fucked up movie because of that plot twist and the way it twisted, and having the cutest, sweetest girl being the most sadistic and violent and crazy psychotic of the whole lot. That makes this a fucked up movie. I'd probably give this 4 ghosts. 4 ghosts because of the violence. 4 ghosts because it's just a fun slasher. And that's what you've got to go in. Remembering that it is a fun slasher. Popcorn film. It's not something serious. It's not something that you're going to be writing deep dives about in 5 years' time and making 30-minute YouTube videos about how the complexities of this movies and its ghosts and horror stories. It's not going to happen. This will always be and always live on forever on YouTube and YouTube videos and reviewers as one of those crazy Thai slasher films that you have to watch. And you have to. If you've seen it, What do you think? Leave a comment below. Press like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more Dude, I watched a up movie last night videos. And otherwise, I will catch you the next time we decide to do one of these crazy videos.